Hello and welcome to the Herrington Carmichael Employment Law Update for September 2016. As you'll know, we took a break over the summer and we're now back with regular monthly updates for you. So let's start with the cases this month. The case that we're looking at is a case of Kratz, which is an age discrimination claim. Mr. Kratz applied for a job, and when his application was considered, he was declined. He claimed that was on the basis of age discrimination. When he made that complaint, the employer reviewed their process and discovered there was an administrative error in his application and invited him for interview. Mr. Kratz pursued a claim. That claim went all the way to the European Court of Justice, and the European Court of Justice said that the ability for people to pursue claims is available in this situation, but he does not devolve the rights to pursue age discrimination successfully, given that he was not actually discriminated on grounds of his age. He was invited for an interview. This gives employers lots of protection. When you have unsuccessful applicants who complain, please do look at them very carefully and consider whether they should be allowed to go back into the process. Turning now to some government consultation, let's start with gender pay gap reporting. You'll see that this has been another popular subject in the media over the last month. There have been publications from the Institute of Fiscal Studies about the continuing disparity in pay between men and women, and particularly women returning from maternity leave. It is still a really key issue. During August we saw the legislation for enabling gender pay gap reporting. We're still waiting for the government guidance, so don't get too excited, we haven't got it yet, but we need to wait for that, and when we have got the government guidance on how gender pay gap reporting is going to operate, we will come back to you. Next is the taxation of termination payments. This has been a hotly debated subject for the last few years. The £30,000 tax-free threshold has been in place for a long time and has been up for review. The government have announced that it's going to stay in place, but they're going to put in some legislation to clarify how payment in lieu of notice is going to operate and tie in with the taxation of termination payments, as well as clarifying that national insurance contributions should be chargeable on the full value over £30,000. We're going to have to see how this affects the level of payments that employers pay. It is going to have a greater charge potentially to NIC in that situation, and employers are going to have to tread carefully when the new legislation comes in around April 2018. Finally, the government is looking at imposing greater restrictions on the use of salary sacrifice schemes. This is the idea whereby an employee sacrifices a proportion of their salary in exchange for a benefit. The HMRC are looking at this in a way to restrict its use further. That's all we've got time for this month. We'll come back to you again next month, but if you have any questions in the meantime, please don't hesitate to contact us. Thank you.